Let me give you a personal example. Like, this example is coming from my personal experience, something I recently experienced. And this is like the best example for how your expectation is hurting you. So recently let me also met a guy because he's an old friend. So I reconnected with an old friend, and I've actually talked about this particular old friend on one of the video I created yesterday, the 14th or on the 13th, but I talked about it. Like, it's part of being self-aware. I had to talk about this experience. But anyways, I reconnected with somebody from my past, and what transpired between me and this person wasn't really funny, but then I was able to turn whatever I experienced with that particular person into something positive, because the expectation I had towards that person was for me to learn. Okay, and that is what happened between me and that person. I learned about myself and about, patterns, and how people repeat patterns, and how becoming self-aware can actually help you make the right decision. So I was able to pay attention and I was able to learn, because that was my intention going into that reconnection. Now, that wouldn't happen if I had a negative attachment or expectation, or let's say I had a separate expectation towards that person. If I had an expectation that, oh, I want to marry this guy, or I want this guy to be my soulmate, or I want this, like, I am frustrated and I'm tired, I want to get married, and I went in with that intention that this is it, I wouldn't even see this pattern. I wouldn't be able to recognize the pattern that he played. I wouldn't be able to recognize the move that he pulled, if my intention was not to go and learn about myself and about, deconstructing my world as a whole. I wouldn't be able to learn. So the emotional attachment I had towards that person, the emotional or the intention I had, which is my emotional expectation, which is my expectation towards the person, emotional attachment, whatever. But then you get what I'm saying. If I didn't go with that particular intention, I wouldn't be able to observe what I did and understand what I did understand. So life can be whatever it is that you want. A certain person can play different characters to you, because you are the one writing the script. That is why somebody can be good to somebody and be bad to you, because each of the different individual that experienced that person came with a different intention, came with a different motive, and they were able to match that person's vibration based on the motive, based on the intention. So you see how your expectation can actually create your reality, hurt your reality, affect your reality, your expectation. Yeah. I'm just trying to give you guys an example. I'll think about another example and I'll come. I feel like I've done. Good night. I feel like I've done a lot of videos.